It's Christina, and I'm here with the cast of Trading Spaces. Hi, guys. How are you? Welcome. So excited to have you.
Part of our cast.
Part of the cast. Part of the cast. You have a big cast.
We would fill the room.
You would. You definitely would. I'm so excited for season 2 of the reboot to come back.
Are you serious? You really like it?
I do.
We've had a lot of fun.
What if I was like, no, not excited at all?
Where are you going?
No, it is a fun show.
Yeah, it is a fun show. So what can we expect from the season? What are some of the big highlights?
Well, Ty actually did my mom's room.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
Yeah. And,
was she happy?
She was happy, which is surprising because making Sabrina happy, I find impossible.
I think that she may have just been polite.
Oh,
There's a possibility that she may have just been being polite.
Which is another trait that she didn't pass on you.
Did she like
You have to watch the show, but yeah, she was sort of felt the opposite.
It was so weird designing a room for your mom. Like, first of all, because I wanted to go really crazy.
You did.
As you know, that I do kind of crazy well. And so, but I was like, it was your mom. It's like, I couldn't.
You didn't think that was
I was
crazy?
going to do like blow up nudes. Of
What?
me,
Why would you do
like,
that?
just so she'd be like, oh my God. Just be like horrified. That's why I sent the stripper. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
You can expect that on this season.
Is it more pressure to design for people that you know? I would imagine.
Yeah, that was well, and someone's mother.
And so,
You're like, you know, she's like, it's the only mother I have. And so, like, I'm taking care of my mom down in Florida. It's just why I had a soft spot for you. So I tried to take it easy.
Years ago, we did a Trading Spaces on my family farm.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. That was
and his family.
I did a black room for my brother. He still is not happy with
Really?
it.
He had no
Oh,
problem
bitter.
destroying his
Right.
family's home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. One brother got a really good room. The other brother, well, not so good.
That's okay.
Hey, to actually
Nice.
bitch, you know?
Trading spaces, that sometimes is what you get. You know? You know, you just never know, as you know.
No, definitely. Now, are you more a carpenter or a designer this season? Or
Well,
a little bit
they're
of both?
really trying to get their money out.
The money
of
worth,
it.
so you're doing it all.
Considering,
He
like,
wears both hats
Yes.
again.
And does it well.
Or
And
both
does it
belts,
very
one
well.
or the
And
other.
as does did you?
Yeah, so they had us switch a little bit.
Okay.
Which they brought in, you know, some new carpenters, which they run last season.
Yeah.
But that was great because Brett and Joni. But it was great because Ty and I get to, you know, tell everybody what to do, but which is not so much fun because everything is now on your shoulders.
Sure.
When we used to be the carpenters, we just sat back and we could do whatever we wanted because Doug.
they
They were like, well, it's not my room, it's Doug's room.
Sure.
Well, I think
Yeah.
the interesting thing is, you know, when you're a designer, you have to explain your process, right? So that means you really are on camera a lot, but you also have to explain what you're doing, not only to the homeowners, but to the people watching at home. And so communication has always been just a huge skill of mine.
So communicating.
So concise.
Right. Carter, we see you design a room this season with a bunch of frisbees.
Yeah, how do you know that?
You're spoiling everything.
We saw a little clip.
And the mustache too. By
Yeah.
the way,
Dude,
which is
that-
It's actually
Oh my
the
God.
premiere
That
episode.
was a broom.
The episode that's our premiere, Carter is the designer, and it's a 1970s theme.
Right.
And he's
Which is
opposite
nice.
Kahi Lee, who did a 1950s mid-century theme.
But when I first, like, my moment of where the homeowner was unsure of whether I should do that or not,
Right.
that's when I just went, oh, come on, you can be more like Doug. Just go with this. Go with this. You know what I mean?
Be a D.
Yeah. Were they happy? You have to wait and see. I know. You have to wait and see.
You have to watch and see.
But there is the thing where you commit to a design, you guys, and you have to defend it and go force because you can't run out and reshop the whole room.
Sure.
Right.
We don't have the
Yeah.
time.
I would have shaved that mustache and just left
the
it on
time
the saucer.
constraint is very real. So, you know, these rooms they're really planned in advance, and so you can bend a little bit with your team, but more or
totally
less
shift.
you have to like you can't just do it.
Yeah, because
Can't
that
take a right
design
turn.
aspect was a very big part of the
Oh,
entire
sure,
room.
yeah.
I love it.
Let's
It's
not
great.
sugarcoat it. Some of these rooms went horribly wrong.
Oh, no, really?
And some went horribly right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know for a fact there's one I was working on that, actually I did a pretty awesome country room, but I just added a little bit of flavor at the end that may not throw it off. But I went over to Hildy's room, I swear to God, she was doing the neighbor's house, and like there's just like this black, you know that thing in Game of Thrones?
Don't
that
give
was-
it away.
It's like there was that black smoke that was taking over.
Yes, yes.
That was sort of what was happening in the room, and these people were just looking at the floor like,
But you know the thing that's so
Okay.
great about Trading Spaces, and you coined this when we were came back last season. We did a whole bunch of press about, you know, it's like
A variety
pack, and you never know what you're going to get.
Right.
And so
True.
what I have found very interesting is that there are so many times where people's favorite rooms have also been other people's least favorite rooms and vice versa.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the thing is that with so many different designers, you never know which rooms you're going to love or not love, and it's going to be different than the person sitting next to you.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know, the bottom line.
So
And the
true.
reaction sometimes is mixed, like because I mean I remember last season I did a room and the lady I thought she was gonna like it, but she's like, I think I don't hate it.
Like it's kind of grown on me a little bit. Yeah. So there are some not so happy tears this season, maybe.
We had some unhappy homeowners a couple times.
Yeah.
Sabrina
That's
cried.
Around.
Sabrina cried. I mean, this woman is a stone-faced wall. She broke down in
didn't
tears.
What made you cry this season?
You'll see.
You'll see.
That's
You
an
can
amazing
tell
job.
us a little bit. Why'd you cry?
Come on,
No,
yeah.
it did have to do with time.
Oh, really? You made her cry this season?
I love that. Go on.
thought I
Tell
was
us
the
what
one who
everybody
made
That's
people
worth tuning in just for that.
You gotta watch.
Yeah.
Sabrina, were you hazed at all last season, first season?
No, you
No?
know what? I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of, like Ty and I worked on Extreme Makeover,
Right.
and Carter and I worked together. And so
She
many
taught
other
me how to
people.
complain. I'd never complained before.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it's actually a true story. So no, everybody's been so wonderful to me. I'm blessed. I'm so grateful to be part of
Today
it.
was sort of like her, like 3 older brothers, like giving her a hard time.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
been making fun of my outfits all day long.
Oh, I love your outfit.
Yeah.
I think it's
They love
brilliant.
it too, they just can't tell her so.
Right. Do you guys get to spend a lot of time together on set, or does it just
Well, once I
depend
met her
on?
mom, I actually moved in.
Yeah.
So I met her mom like rub downs about once a week now.
There's not a lot of time to hang
Yeah.
out when it, 'cause
Right.
like I said, it is true. It really does happen in 2 days. It's
Yeah.
not, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they're usually very, very, very busy.
Yeah, everybody stays in their own home.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have
Right.
dinner together.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Well, we're also-
Otherwise, we're shopping or
Well,
doing
we're
something.
also lucky because we've been shooting the show for
so
so
long.
long. I mean,
Yeah.
we just went back 2000.
Yeah,
Great.
I mean, we really have a family
And it
that
was
stayed
before that.
connected for
Yeah,
so long, including
since
the cameraman and
Right.
the people that work behind the
2000.
scenes. Like,
Yeah. No, because I mean, you become a family after
Yeah,
all that time.
absolutely.
Definitely.
it's a funny family too, because everybody somehow we get along too, which is really hard to believe.
Oh, yeah, so many different personalities.
Yeah.
Right. It is. Yeah. Doug, what's the biggest difference from back then to now?
Well, I think that one of the biggest differences that I find is that back in the 2000, 2001, you know, product was harder to get. And with the culture and what Trading Spaces and lots of shows have done was change how things are coming to vendors and more stylish things. So
Yeah.
shopping gets a little bit easier. And also with ordering, you know, you can get things shipped overnight. That was a game changer for a lot of people.
And see, but he's bringing up a point that I think the beauty of Trading Spaces is, in my opinion, like I think Trading Spaces, in my heart and soul, is that you make everything. Like you don't order it. You like make it by hand.
Shop at thrift
as
stores
good or
locally.
As bad as it turns out, I think those are, in my opinion, the best episodes of Trading Spaces because you're showing the process, and even you don't know if it's going to turn out great.
yeah.
But that's what I think the show, like in my opinion, I think those are some of the best episodes when you're like, oh my God, they made curtains out of that, you know,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
Me
and
too.
so-
I marvel at it.
Yeah.
Right.
I've revealed, gosh, well over 500 rooms.
yeah.
And it astounds me every single time what these designers come up with. I often say that, it's very popular to call people unicorns now, and they really are. It's like they're unicorns. They're mythical creatures to me that they're able to create over and over and over and over again.
Where's this going?
I just see the Skittles commercial. I
I can't believe it. I really can't
Sure.
believe it. And the fact that they do it in the time frame every single time is just, it's a marvel to me.
Yeah.
It really,
Yeah, it's
On the
pretty
flip
we're
side-
all
It is. It
marvels.
really
On the
is.
flip side of it is, there's no better host than Paige Davis. I mean, she can throw us these compliments.
do you
I don't know,
want?
you do
Nothing,
some reason-
What do you want?
You're the foundation that brings, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you are
that's
you are the
together.
perfect host for that
Yes.
for this show.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
a fact.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's if
I
it's
don't
something
need
really
anything.
deep and emotional, then we have to bring in, I'm kidding. Barbara Walters,
No, but really, Paige is so good at no matter how the homeowner reacts. Like,
Yeah.
you are so great at walking them through the process.
Sure.
And even if they don't like something, you'll be able to pick out,
Right.
this is why the
right.
designer did it, this is why you
Yeah.
end up loving it.
My favorite is there anything you?
How many times have you said that?
I do say that a lot.
Paige, do you ever feel responsible if they don't like it? like walking.
No,
Yeah, like, this wasn't me.
I do sometimes. Like I remember, like these people really hated these wine labels that Haley put on the walls because we found out later that they don't drink alcohol, and so she put like 600 wine labels all over their kitchen. And I remember going like, okay, I'm going to give you like 4 hours of my time and help you peel this off.
Oh,
And
no.
I felt so bad.
Did you?
Yeah, because they were crying. And I was like,
really
it's
nice.
just-
That is
Nice of
nice.
you.
Yeah.
That is
In
really
Haley's
nice.
defense, she did not know that they didn't drink.
Right.
No, she
Yeah.
No, we had no idea.
Right.
And like I said, these rooms are planned. She showed up. There was no alternative, you know.
Yeah.
Once she gets a plan, she's not going back on it.
No, she's
either.
not.
Especially,
Right.
She could
especially
have painted
Hildy.
the walls.
That is something this season. She like bends. She changes her plan
Yeah.
midstream a
Which
little
is
bit.
completely
bit.
different than before.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Hildy would not admit that. We know it happened.
She might not
I
admit.
convinced her to try and make a choice.
But I don't feel, I don't personally feel responsible. But if you're asking, do we as a show feel responsible? I didn't mean to make light of it. I still don't, because I think that, one, I've had enough experience to know that even when they think they don't like it initially,
Yeah.
even sometimes
The
just
next day
30
they're gonna
minutes
like it.
later,
Of course.
even just like 10 minutes later, sometimes they
They love it.
start to
Right.
get
And
used
they're
to
like,
it.
well, wait a minute.
And
I
also,
do kind of like
we've
it.
Yeah.
never had a homeowner, even the ones who are the most upset and most disappointed, have always been happy they've done the experience.
Yeah.
They've
Of
always had a
course, I'm
good
sure.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
a
problem, is
great
we're just
group of people.
a
and
lot of fun.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Even though it's
And
hard work, it's
when
really
the
fun.
TV lights come down and you see rooms in their natural light, that's a huge, huge difference.
Yeah.
So we get the reveal with all this harsh, harsh light.
Of course.
It's more of a home when we walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to a room and just been completely stumped and have no idea how you want to?
He ended up with a basement room that I looked at him like, wow, good luck,
Good luck.
buddy.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what you're going to
That's
do with
this
this.
season.
Oh,
Yeah.
That
yes,
was
Chicago.
hard.
I was like, man.
I really,
That's amazing.
I was exhausted just looking
Yeah.
at it.
Was it difficult?
Yes.
It was tough. Dude, it was
Yeah.
like this. You know what? We don't want you to do any really nice rooms, but here's a room you could work on. Like,
That was
Yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah.
hard.
Totally.
so yeah, there's always a challenge.
Of course.
You just find little tricks and things that we have done and for 20 years to make it work. You know that you have a team that if you really need them, they're going to be there.
Yeah, definitely. Is it hard being on the road away from family? I know you have small kids. Is it hard being on the road away from everybody?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what, but again, like I said, when we go back to the show, it's sort of like your second family.
Yeah.
And so you get back into the groove of like this, and we're all talking and having
But,
fun.
and the good thing is it's only 2 days. So
yeah,
we're
it
in and
is
out.
very quick.
Right.
Yeah, it is really
But
quick,
yeah,
so.
I mean, I've been a carny clearly because I've been in this radio for 20 years, I think. So like, yeah, you basically have to really focus on your plant
Yeah.
and make sure it's got water. Everything else will leave you.
Right, totally. Has there been any talks of an extreme home?
There's been a lot of talks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, there's been some really I believe they're bringing that show back.
They are.
So it'll be on hgtv, which is great because I've missed my voice, so I can't wait to hear it so much more.
Right, just need more of me. That's exciting.
Yeah, but there's a lot of unanswered questions on that. But,
Right.
but I think it's exciting to bring back one of the best shows I think that was ever on television. So.
Definitely, and you'll 100% be involved in it.
I don't know yet, but
yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. So going forward to this season, what is that one moment from each of you that you can't wait for viewers to see? I know there's probably so many.
I know mine. That's
What's
for sure.
yours?
What's yours?
That special reveal when the family opens the door and the cameramen are laughing so hard because of the extra friends that I put in the room.
Yes.
That there's this moment that like I really want people to tune in for. It's just an awesome. Like I laughed so hard, like I literally fell down on the ground, and it's that kind of laughter that just keeps me going. But it's a special. They said they really wanted to go extreme this year in a couple of rooms, and so I pushed it. But the reaction of the homeowners, like I thought they were gonna hate the room, and they still liked it.
They like that.
So I'm excited to see that.
I think I actually did one of my best rooms in all of these years. And
Your
I went to
Prison of
six-
Love room was amazing, though.
What prison of
What
love?
room is that?
The one that actually didn't have any furniture in it except for one piece.
That was your favorite room.
My favorite room, yeah.
So it's like a soul, like an empty soul room.
No, it was a throwback. It's a diva episode, and
Oh, you've always been
divas.
How could I forget that?
Yeah, I know. I don't want to, do a spoiler alert,
you
but
haven't done a diva
it was
episode.
something different. I've
do
never
every
done a room like that.
Very
So,
cool. Very
We
cool.
always challenge ourselves and push and do
Every
new and different
episode.
things.
Yeah. Sabrina, how about you?
Mine also involves Ty again. you sent a special gift to
I
us
did.
at my mom's house.
I did.
This is not something I want to relive.
Oh, that's good.
Very
for the mom
revealing.
episode.
Very
Yeah.
Very
It
revealing.
really kept you guys going late into the night.
Gordon, how about you?
Well, we got to do a little themes this year, so it was a little bit more fun. I got to have a nice mustache up top, and that one because I feel like I should have been born and raised in the 70s. I feel like
Dude,
that's
that
more
thing
my
looked
speed.
amazing.
Weren't
It
you
was
actually
amazing.
born? in
I mean,
the
like
70s?
raised in the
Right,
70s,
yeah.
really like my prime of my life in the 70s. That's where I would have lived a strong life.
Best
And
music
so-
ever made in the 70s.
Best music ever.
Yeah.
made. I mean, we could sit here for hours talking about the music in the 70s, and we got to replicate that. Remember? The entire episode, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that house was just rocking 70s stuff.
Yeah,
the whole
it was
night.
that.
fun.
I love that. That is our premiere episode, and it is really fun. The 1970s and the 1950s, and we dressed accordingly. And there's we drove the vintage car,
Vintage
and
car,
like
so
it's
fun.
it's really neat. It's
Flowers.
a
Sounds
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
a
glad
really
that-
fun episode.
That's
Well,
awesome.
we weren't invited to that one. I would have brought my roller skates.
Then Paige, how about you?
I do love that. I mean, I
Yeah.
loved all of that very much. When you got into that cake fight.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just chasing after children all the time. Really, it's like herding cats. Right?
Yeah.
Doing trading
Yeah,
spaces.
that's a great way to sum it up. That really is what it is.
The thing that is so much
Angry
fun
cats.
about trading spaces is that through all of the design and through all the DIY and the how-to information, there's just so much fun, and there's so many
Spontaneous.
antics, and it's real.
Yeah.
And I think we encourage people to have a good time doing those things. It's not so robotic.
And
Right.
that's
True.
And the other fun thing too is that you're usually working with people who are questioning everything you're doing.
That's right.
And the whole time you're like, you gotta trust me.
Sure.
Or and if you're not, then just shut up and get out of the way. But because you're not helping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think that's it's awesome because none of us like we all have our comfort zone, and I think it takes another person to push you out of that. And
Yeah.
it's amazing how pleased people are when they see they're like, wow, I do like it, and I didn't think
Sure.
I would. So.
Well, it's also a really neat light bulb moment when the team gets on board, because the designer isn't working with the homeowners; they're working with the neighbors, and so
Right.
the neighbors are the ones who are fighting them the whole way. And when the room finally comes together, it's always a really neat moment when the team goes,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
makes
get it.
that is a cool. Now, whether the homeowners like it in the end is always, a question mark.
Right.
But that is cool when you get the team on your side.
Totally.
And some of us will only give bits and pieces of the design so it unfolds. So you always keep them on
Yes.
the edge of their seat.
Which is
Right.
smart.
That's a neat part of trading spaces, because on a lot of the design shows, they'll do like a digital finished product.
Upfront.
Yeah. We
the
definitely don't do
expected
that.
outlook.
Yeah. They keep me in the dark too, and I'm like, okay, so if you want me to help you, maybe you should tell me what
Sure.
you're going for at the
Yeah.
end of this.
Who would you guys want to trade spaces with? Out of each other.
Ooh, I know that can't. We can't answer that. We can't.
Yeah.
You asked me to choose between my children.
Let's not get in a fight.
Yeah,
you
I don't
guys.
think I trust anyone.
No.
I'd be like, and the weird part is I'd probably let Hildy because I know her so well, but even then she would, in some way she'd still enrage me. So,
So yes, it's an impossible question. But guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah,
We're
thanks
so
for having us.
excited for
you.
season 2 of the reboot. It premieres on March 16th on TLC, so make sure everybody checks
And
it
then
out.
while you're out, right after that.
Yeah,
That's right.